CIET NCERT presents audiobook Poorvi, textbook of English for grade 7.
Page number 118. North, South, East, West. Let us do these activities before we read. Activity 1. Work in pairs. Discuss the place that you have enjoyed traveling to. Talk about who you went with, how you traveled, and what you learned from your experience. Activity 2. Which state or union territory of India do you live in? Write the following details about it. First, part of the country: north, east, northeast, west, south or center. 2. Its capital. Third, language. 4. River or rivers. 5. Tourist attraction. 6. Food. Activity 3. Work in pairs. Recall the names of the states of our country which have Pradesh in their names. Mention if it is in the north, east, northeast, west, south or center of our country. Recall any special feature about each Pradesh. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Now, here a table is provided with 4 columns. The heading of the columns are first part of the name, which is the first column. In the second column, mention second part of the name, which is Pradesh. In the third column, you have to mention part of the country. And in the fourth and the last column, mention the special feature. Page number 119. Let us read. Shana, who lives in Rameshwaram Island, is traveling the length and breadth of the country with her parents, exploring the many landscapes, people, and cultures of India. She shares her travel experiences through postcards that she writes to her friends back at school. Let us read these postcards. Postcard 1. It's a beautiful postcard. Let us read the content. The date, 30th April, followed by the salutation. Hi everyone. You won't believe where I am. I am way up north at the Tajivas Glacier in Kashmir. The glaciers are white and blue, and we have to wear 4 layers of clothes. Appa and Amma love it here, and they like throwing snowballs at each other. But they say there was much more snow last year. I also like the snow, but my hands are shaking from not wearing gloves, so I don't think I can write anymore. Send my love to PT Miss and Library Ma'am. Love, Shana. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of a joyful winter scene with the parents of Shana and herself engaged in a snowball fight, smiling and having fun. Shana's father on the left wearing a red jacket, purple gloves, and a purple woolen cap with brown boots is preparing to throw a snowball. Her mother in the middle is dressed in a bright green coat with pink gloves, a pink hat, pink pants, and grey boots. She is laughing and playing dodging or catching a snowball. And the child, that is Shana herself, wearing a yellow jacket, blue scarf, red earmuffs, and brown boots, is also holding a snowball, ready to throw it. Page number 120. Postcard 2. Again, a beautiful postcard is provided here. Let us read what Shana has to share. 10th May, dear class. We took another train yesterday and reached Himachal Pradesh. It is very quiet and we can see so many mountains from our cabin. Colorful birds wake me with their chirping when the sun rises in the east. I also think I hear bears growling in the west when it gets dark. But Amma says, that's just Appa snoring. I would love to meet a bear and give it a hug. With love from your best friend, Shana. On the right-hand side, at the bottom of this postcard, there is a beautiful picture of lovely Shana holding a smiling bear. Some of the difficult words in this postcard are chirping, which means short, sharp sound made by birds. The next word is snoring, which means making a loud noise as one breathes while sleeping. Let us now read the next postcard. Hi everyone. Did you know that Arunachal Pradesh is far away from Himachal Pradesh? Himachal is in the north, but Arunachal is all the way in the east. I thought all the Pradesh states sat next to each other. We took 2 trains and drove a long time to get here. This morning, we walked through a forest to reach our tree house. The forest here is so thick. If you blink or stop to tie your shoelaces, you will get lost. I love Arunachal the best so far, and I am beginning to enjoy myself. I hope we get to see red pandas. With love, Shana. On the left-hand side of this postcard, a picture of a tree house is provided. Page number 121. Let us now read another postcard by Shana. Dear classmates, I did not take any time at all to travel southwest and get to the Sundarbans in West Bengal. Today, Amma and Appa took me out onto the river in a small boat. Amma tells me that places like the Sundarbans are called wetlands. I never knew such a place existed, and that it was possible for trees called mangroves to grow in seawater. But Amma is sad about how much this place floods today. We also saw crocodiles and a lonely snake while boating. I hope they don't follow us home. How is everyone? Are you missing me yet? Love, Shana. In another postcard, let's see what Shana has to tell us all. Hi everyone. We travelled across the country, all the way from east to west, from West Bengal to Gujarat, and it took us 2.5 days. I don't know why my Amma and Appa brought me to the middle of the desert. It's hot, dry, and there's sand everywhere. It's like a beach without the sea. But I do really love the clothes here. They are so pretty and colourful. I'm sure you're all busy with your holiday homework. Amma gave me a surprise test today, and I passed with 88%. Love, Shana. On the right-hand side of this page, there is a picture of Shana. She is wearing a beautiful green kurti. And on the right-hand side of this page, there is a picture of a camel, which is the ship of the desert. Page number 122. Here is another postcard by Shana. Let us know what she has to tell us. Dear class, today was the best day ever. We drove east from the desert to the Narmada River, which flows all the way to the center of India. And it only took us 6 hours. In the afternoon, Amma and Appa and I went rafting in the river, and you won't believe how wild and scary it was. I always thought rivers were calm, but up close they are really fast. Appa says that there used to be a lot more water, and rafting was much more scarier then. I was fully wet by the time I was done, and Appa was so scared that he decided never to go rafting ever again. I love the water so much, and I can't wait to go back. Your best friend, Shana. A difficult word is used here in the postcard, which is rafting. It means the sport of travelling down a river in an air-filled rubber boat. In the next postcard, Shana says, Dear classmates, Amma and Appa are fast asleep, and I should be sleeping too, but I just love looking out of the window. I think we are in the southwest part of the country, in Goa, and you won't believe how nice the plateaus look. There are so many hills here, and beaches too. There are also a lot of tunnels that train goes through. I used to be afraid of tunnels, but I'm not anymore. Someday, I wish we could all go on a tour of the plateaus. Maybe when we are in class 11. Love, Shana. At the bottom of this postcard on the right-hand side, there is a picture of Shana. She's dressed in some casual clothes and is looking out of the window where the moon is shining and some beautiful nature can be enjoyed. Page number 123. In another postcard, Shana tells us, Dear friends, I can't believe we're in the same state again. We travelled south and I will be home soon. We reached Chennai yesterday and on the way to Puducherry, we decided to learn how to surf. I think I'm good at it now because I only fell down twice. Amma and Appa splashed water on each other and behaved like children. It's a good thing I was there to control them. The beaches here are not like the ones we have on our island. The waves are a lot rougher and the water is browner, but I still like it here. Your best friend, Shana. Now, the meaning of the word surf is a water sport that involves standing on a long, lightweight board and riding a wave to the seashore. At the bottom of this postcard, there is a picture of Shana. She's surfing and looks a little scared. In the next postcard, Shana takes us to the Pamban Bridge. Hi everyone. I just crossed the Pamban Bridge. I could see the ocean on both sides. How amazing that a train can travel across the sea like this. I'm almost home and I can't wait to give you my final letter in person. Love, Shana. Page number 124. In this postcard, Shana says, 24 June, Dear classmates, I thought Amma and Appa would be tired from all our travelling, but we made one last stop at the Olaikadu beach before we reached home. And I'm so happy we did. Amma wanted to teach me how to dive, but they did not have diving suits my size. So I spent the day floating and looking at the fish while my parents dove below me. We found all sorts of pebbles on the beach, and I can't wait to give them to you in person tomorrow. Your best friend, Shana. Let us understand the meanings of two difficult words used in this postcard. The first word is dive. Here, it means swim underwater with special breathing equipment. And here, the past tense of the word dive has been used, which is dove. The second word is pebbles. It means small, smooth stones. At the bottom of this page, there is an image wherein three people are enjoying different water activities. Two scuba divers are exploring the vibrant underwater world. They are wearing full body wetsuits, goggles, flippers, and oxygen tanks on their backs. One diver is pointing towards something on the ocean floor, while the other is closely observing. They're surrounded by colorful coral, sea plants, and small orange fish, creating a lively and beautiful marine environment. A child floating above in the water is wearing a red swimming cap, goggles, and a yellow swim ring. This child appears to be happily swimming or floating on the surface while watching the divers below. We all know who this child is. This child is lovely Shana, and the two divers are her parents. Page number 125. Now here is the last postcard by Shana. The date is 25th June. Dear Amma and Appa, I can't believe we travelled across the whole country. I know we are going to miss visiting the forests, glaciers, deserts, wetlands, plateaus, and mountains. And we are going to miss hearing all those new languages and meeting all those different people. But we are finally home now, and we can join our friends again. I hope we get to travel like this again, and maybe next time we can take our friends with us. With love, Shana. These postcards were created by C.G. Salamander. Excerpts from North, South, East, West. Let us discuss. Complete the table given based on Shana's postcards. An example has been done for you. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. In the table here, there are two columns. In the first column, the heading is Places Visited. In the second column, you have to provide interesting descriptions and activities. The first point in the places visited is Thajivas Glacier, Kashmir. In the next column, the details are white and blue glaciers, throwing snowballs. The second point in column 1 is Himachal Pradesh. Now, you provide the details in the next column. After that, in the first column, provide the place, and the details are walking through a thick forest to reach the tree house. Now, coming back to the first column, the place visited by Shana is Gujarat. You have to provide the details associated with this place. Similarly, the Narmada River and Chennai. You have to provide the details associated with these two places. The last place, you have to provide the name of the place in the first column, and the details and the description are floating and looking at the fish, Appa and Amma went for a dive. Page number 126. Let us think and reflect. Exercise 1. Read the extracts given and answer the questions that follow. Extract 1. Amma tells me that places like the Sundarbans are called wetlands. I never knew such a place existed, and that it was possible for trees called mangroves to grow in seawater. But Amma is sad about how much this place floods today. We also saw crocodiles and a lonely snake while boating. I hope they don't follow us home. How is everyone? Are you missing me yet? Question 1. What feeling does Shana most likely experience when she says, I never knew such a place existed? And the options are pride, hope, relief, wonder. Question 2. Complete the following sentence with a suitable reason. Amma is sad about the frequent flooding in Sundarbans because dash. Question 3. Select the evidence from the text that reflects a feeling of the speaker's slight nervousness. Question 4. Select the option that applies to both the assertion and the reason. The assertion is, the speaker is missing her friends. The reason is, the speaker wishes to know the well-being of her friends. The options are, option A, both the assertion and the reason are true, and the reason correctly explains the assertion. Option B, both the assertion and the reason are true, but the reason does not correctly explain the assertion. Option C, the assertion is true, but the reason is false. Option D, both the assertion and the reason are false. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a cheerful beach with 4 children enjoying the time by the sea. In the foreground, 3 children are sitting on the sand, building a sand castle. One girl in a pink top and purple pants is using a stick or tool to shape the sand castle, while the boy in a green shirt and another child in a red shirt watch and assist. To the left, a boy in a red striped shirt is holding something like a conch in his hands while watching the rest of the children. In the background, a girl in a yellow dress is running joyfully near the shoreline. The sea is calm with gentle waves, and there is a sailboat in the distance. A couple of birds are flying in the sky, and there are small palm trees on the left edge, indicating a tropical setting. The overall mood of the image is lively, fun, and peaceful, capturing the carefree joy of children playing on a beach. Extract 2. Amma and Appa are fast asleep, and I should be sleeping too. But I just love looking out of the window. I think we're in the southwest part of the country in Goa. And you won't believe how nice the plateaus look. There are so many hills here and beaches too. There are also a lot of tunnels that the train goes through. I used to be afraid of tunnels, but I'm not anymore. Someday, I wish we could all go on a tour of the plateaus. Page number 127. Question 1. Complete the sentence with a suitable reason. The speaker chooses to stay awake because fill in the blank. Question 2. What does the speaker mean by saying, you won't believe me, you won't believe how nice the plateaus look? Question 3. What has been the change in the speaker's attitude towards tunnels? Option A, from fear to comfort. Option B, from courage to confidence. Option C, from doubt to clarity, and option D, from fascination to delight. Question 4. Fill in the blanks with the correct option from those given in the brackets. The speaker's wish to share the experience of touring the plateaus with others indicates her dash, ability to communicate or sense of connection, as well as the value she places on dash, shared experiences or updating information with her peers. Exercise 2. Answer the following questions. Question 1. Shana mentions that she used to be afraid of tunnels. What could have been the most likely reason of her to be scared of tunnels? Question 2. Do you think Shana's Appa and Amma enjoyed themselves, just like children do? Support your answer with evidence from the text. Question 3. Shana mentions less snow in the glaciers and more flooding in the Sundarbans. Explain what these observations indicate. Question 4. Shana's visits to different parts of the country highlight the diversity of India's geography. Support this statement with evidence from the text. Question 5. How does Shana use language to convey her excitement, curiosity, and sometimes her fears about the places she visits? Question 6. What might Shana have learned from her travels across India? How would it impact her understanding of the country? Question 7. What could be the author's purpose of presenting the text in the form of postcards? Page number 128. Let us learn. Exercise 1. Read the words from the text given in column 1 and match them with suitable pictures in column 2. The words provided in column 1 are glaciers, tree house, wetlands, plateaus, pebbles, and rafting. Now, let me describe the pictures provided in column 2. The first picture displays a small wooden house built high up on the branches of a tree. It stands on stilts with a ladder or steps leading up to it. Imagine a cozy hut where children might play, surrounded by leaves and branches. The second picture describes a large flat area of land raised above the surrounding ground, like a tabletop mountain. The edges are steep, but the top is wide and level. In the third picture, people are sitting in an inflatable boat wearing helmets and life jackets. They are moving quickly down a river with waves splashing around. It's a fun, adventurous water sport. In the fourth picture, small, round and smooth stones, like the kind you might feel under your feet near a river or on a beach. They are cool and hard to the touch, and they come in many sizes. In the fifth picture, a soft, muddy land with water puddles and patches of grass. It feels wet and squishy, often home to frogs, birds and water plants. In the sixth and the last picture, huge blocks of ice that move slowly over land. They feel extremely cold, solid and slippery. They cover mountains and look like frozen rivers. Page number 129. Exercise 2. Read the situations in column 1. Choose the associated words from the text given in the box and write them in column 2. An example has been done for you. The words provided in the box are blink, scary, existed, amazing, splashed, floating. Now, the description provided in column 1 is: first, in the middle of the night, the little boy heard a loud noise. He felt so afraid that he couldn't sleep. Now, the example provided in column 2 is scary. Point 2 in column 1. There used to be a bookstore near my house, but it is now shifted to the town. Provide the word associated with this. Point 3 in column 1. The flashes of light from the car made her suddenly close and open her eyes several times. Point 4 in column 1. The children jumped into the pool and threw water at each other with loud noises. Point 5 in column 1 is, my grandmother's place is so beautiful with all green paddy fields and palm trees. It was a great experience. The sixth and the last point in column 1 is, when I looked up at the sky, the clouds were not staying at one place. They were moving across the sky. Exercise 3. The following word grid has 6 words related to travel used in the lesson. Circle the words in the grid. You can search horizontally and vertically. The last letter of each word has been highlighted. I will read clues to help you understand and imagine each word. All you have to do is listen carefully, think and guess the word. Let's get started. The clue for the first word is, it is a small vehicle that floats on water. You may row it or ride in it across a river or lake. It is a 4-letter word. The clue for the second word is, this word describes what someone did when they operated a vehicle in the past. This is a 5-letter word. The clue for the third word is, it means a journey or trip taken to explore places, often for fun or learning. This is a 4-letter word. The clue for the fourth word is, a long vehicle that moves on tracks and carries many passengers. It is a 5-letter word. The clue for the fifth word is, this is what you did when you moved on foot, one step at a time. This is a 6-letter word. And the last word is, let's understand the clues. The clue for the last word is, when you arrive at a place, you say you have dash your destination. This is a 7-letter word. Page number 130. Activity 4. Read the following sentences from the text and underline the subject and the verb. Amma and Appa are fast asleep. When the subject of a sentence has 2 or more nouns or pronouns, they are connected by and. We use a plural verb. It's hot, dry, and there is sand everywhere. In the case the subject is it, the verb that follows is either is or was, depending on the tense of the sentence. There are so many hills here and beaches too. When we begin a sentence with there, the subject comes after the verb. The subject of a sentence is closely linked to the verb. The verb form changes depending on whether the subject is singular or plural, and if it is in the third person, choosing the correct verb based on the subject is called subject-verb agreement. Let us understand subject-verb agreement better. A subject and its verb must agree, even if other words or phrases come between them. The formation of paragraphs is important in writing. When the subjects are considered individually, we use a singular verb. Every man and woman has the right to vote. Collective nouns such as class, committee, audience, team can be singular or plural based on the context of the sentence. If the sentence implies the group is acting as one unit, the noun is singular and takes a singular verb. The example is, the committee decides on the new policy tomorrow. The indefinite pronouns each, either, every, much, and neither always require singular verbs. An example is, each of the children was given a gift. Subjects that look plural because they end in s but refer to one thing are singular. Mathematics is an interesting subject. Some nouns like glasses, Scissors, pans, and tongs are plural, but take a singular verb when the phrase pair of is placed before. Here, pair is the subject. An example is, this pair of scissors is sharp. Page number 131. When subjects are joined by or no, the verb should match the subject that is closer to it. Neither the students nor the teacher wants to cancel the trip. Either the manager or the employees are responsible for the mistake. Exercise 5. Choose the correct option from the words given in the brackets. Sentence 1. A pair of glasses dash is are essential when traveling to sunny destinations. Sentence 2. Either the tour guide or the tourists dash has have to arrive first at the meeting point. Sentence 3. The information on travel expenses dash is are useful for first-time travelers. Sentence 4. Neither the flight crew nor the pilot dash was were aware of the delay. Sentence 5. The news about the heavy rains dash makes make many people reconsider their vacation plans. Sentence 6. A pair of binoculars dash is are useful for spotting wildlife on a safari. Sentence 7. The hill stations in India dash remains remain a popular travel destination during winter. Sentence 8. Keeping accounts dash is are important for spending money wisely during travel. Sentence 9. Either the ticket or the bus passes dash needs to be used for traveling in the tourist bus. The 10th and the last sentence is, neither the passengers nor the taxi driver dash was were aware of the best route to the hotel. Let us listen. You will listen to a girl speak about the story of how Agartala got its name and the importance of agar. As you listen, choose the correct option for the questions given. Transcript for the teacher on page number 138. Question 1. What does the word Agartala mean? The options are under the agar tree, beside the agar tree, around the agar tree. Page number 132. Question 2. Which of these is another name for agarwood trees? The options are gharuwood, sandalwood, rosewood. Question 3. What kind of smell does agarwood have? The options are woody and citrusy, woody and flowery, fresh and citrusy. Question 4. How is agarwood formed? The options are when the tree dries, when the tree dies, when the tree gets infected. The 5th and the last question is, what is agarwood used to make? The options are incense and edible oil, perfumes and wood carvings, gum and candies. Let us speak. Read the questions listed. Which of the two options do you prefer? Question 1. How do you like to travel? By bus or a train? Question 2. What kind of a trip do you like? Family trip or school trip? Question 3. Where would you like to go? Beaches or mountains? Question 4. What do you like to do on a trip? Adventure activities or sightseeing? Question 5. When do you like to travel? Winter, summer? Question 6. What kind of places would you like to visit? Historic monuments, wildlife sanctuaries? Question 7. How long a trip would you like? Short or long? On the right-hand side of this page, there is a picture of the Gateway of India, which is in Mumbai. Page number 133. Now, work in pairs and tell each other about your preferences with respect to the questions. You may use the phrases given to speak about your choices. I prefer dash to dash because dash. I would rather dash than dash because. I like dash better than as dash. Dash is or are better than dash because. Dash appeals or appeals to me more than dash as. I'm all right with both, but I prefer dash because. Given a choice, I would go for dash over dash as. Now provide your reasons. Let us write. Imagine that you have to travel to your hometown to attend a family event. Write an application to the principal of your school requesting leave of absence. Remember to include the duration of the leave, the reason for the leave, and mention how will you complete your schoolwork. Use the format of the application and the verbal clues given. This application is written in a box. The first information that you have to provide is the house number and street on the left-hand side, followed by the city in the next line. Then mention the state or union territory, followed by the date. Now, in the next line, mention the salutation, the principal, followed by the name of your school. Then write down the city or the state or union territory. After that, mention the subject of your application. An example is request for leave for 2 days, for example. In the next line, start writing the salutation, dear, madam or sir, followed by the content of your application. Some hints are, I'm writing to request dash days leave with effect from dash to dash in order to attend dash. I would like to assure you that I would dash. I would be grateful if you could grant me the leave. In the next line, on the left-hand side, mention the subscription, yours sincerely, followed by your name, followed by your class, section, your roll number. This is the end of your application. Page number 134. Let us explore. Exercise 1. Solve the crossword puzzle by identifying the states and union territories of India using the clues. Dear learners, in this activity, you will listen to clues related to important places in India such as lakes, deserts, beaches, temples and historical landmarks. Your task is to think of the Indian state or union territory associated with each clue. These answers fit into a crossword puzzle, but for you, we'll simply speak the clues and ask you to name the correct state or union territory. Across clues are: first is Pangong Lake. This stunning high-altitude lake lies in a cold desert region known for its monasteries and mountains. Now, mention the state wherein this lake lies. The next clue is Thar Desert. This desert is the largest in India, located in the northwestern part of the country. The next clue is Serenity Beach, a calm and beautiful beach located in a small coastal union territory in South India. The next clue is Hampi, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for ancient temples and the ruins of the Vijayanagara Empire. The next clue is Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, one of the largest dams in India, built across the Krishna River. The next clue is Thaganka paintings. These are colorful scroll paintings closely linked to Buddhist monasteries and Tibetan culture. The next clue is Rann of Kutch, a salt desert famous for its white sands and cultural festivals. The next clue is Nalanda University, an ancient center of learning located in eastern India. Let us now hear the clues for the downside. The first clue is Dampa Tiger Reserve, a dense forest and tiger habitat located in the far northeast. The second clue is cellular jail, a colonial-era prison known as Kala Pani, located on islands in the Bay of Bengal. The third clue is double-decker living root bridge, a natural wonder formed from tree roots in a very green and rainy state. The next clue is Dudh Sagar Falls, a majestic waterfall located in the Western Ghats on the Goa-Karnataka border. The next clue is Gangotri Glacier, the origin of the river Ganga, located in the Himalayan state. The next clue is Chilika Lake, Asia's largest coastal lagoon, home to birds and dolphins. The next clue is Chota Nagpur Plateau, a region of hills and forests rich in minerals located in eastern India. The last clue is Kurukshetra, the historical battlefield of Mahabharata. Now, identify the state or the union territory these clues are associated with. Page number 135. There are many ancient places to visit in India. For example, Kailasha, the majestic cave temples of Ellora. They are officially listed on the World Heritage List by UNESCO. These caves were carved out of the vertical basalt cliffs of the Sahyadri Hills. You may visit this site to know more about these caves. The website is www.indianculture.in/stories/Kailasa-majestic-temple-Ellora. On the right-hand side of this page, a picture of the Kailasha temple is given. The source of this picture is UNESCO. Rani Ki Vav, the Queen's Step Well, is located at Patan, Gujarat, and is also on the World Heritage List by UNESCO. Step wells are a distinctive form of water resource and storage systems on the Indian subcontinent and were constructed during ancient times. They evolved over time from what was basically a pit in sandy soil towards elaborate multi-story works of art and architecture. On the right-hand side of this page, there is a picture of Rani Ki Vav. The source of this picture is UNESCO. Now, find out about the unique places in your village, region or state and share the details with your classmates and the teacher. The Hornbill Festival is a unique festival that is held annually in the Kisama village near Kohima, the capital of Nagaland. In groups of 4, find out about this festival, when it is held, who participates in it, what its purpose is, what events are held, etc. Share your findings with your classmates and the teacher. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture of the bird hornbill. Page number 136. Transcripts. My brother's greatest invention. Let us listen. Refer to page 105. Activity 1. You will listen to a conversation between Anita and Toby. Toby is a Martian and is stranded on Earth. He has become Anita's friend. As you listen, choose the true statements from 1 to 5. Anita. Hi Toby. Do you miss your planet? Toby. Very much, Anita. I miss my people and home. Anita. Oh, I wish I could do something about it. But I'm happy to have you as my friend. Toby. Thank you, Anita. Anita. Could you tell me something more about yourself? Toby. Why not? What do you want to know about me, Anita? Anita. What do you eat for breakfast? Toby. Well, we Martians don't eat anything. We get our energy from the sun. Anita. Oh, don't you ever feel like having ice creams and chocolates? I can't think of life without them. Toby. No, Anita. We are made of different stuff. Anita. Okay, tell me one thing. How are you able to see with only one eye? I see only one big eye in the center of your face. Toby. My friend, we Martians need only one eye to see clearly. In fact, I can see even with my eye closed. I can see beyond mountains and clouds, wood and even metals. I can see that you're carrying a toy in your pocket. It's a blue aeroplane, isn't it? And yes, that apple you just had for breakfast is going round and round in your stomach right now. Anita gasps in disbelief. Oh my goodness! Listen to the conversation again and fill in the blanks with the exact words you hear. Page number 137. Paper boats. Let us listen. Refer to page 114. You will listen to a conversation between a girl and her father about the art of paper folding called origami. As you listen, select the true statements from 1 to 7. Father. Sai, dear, what are you working on there with all that paper? Sai. Baba, I'm trying to make an origami crane, but it's a bit tricky. I keep messing up the folds. Father. Ah, origami. I remember doing that when I was your age. You know, Sai, origami has a really interesting story. Sai. Really? I thought it was just something fun to do with paper. Father. It is fun, but it's also an age-old art form. Origami started in Japan over 1,000 years ago. Back then, paper was really expensive, so it was only used for special occasions like religious ceremonies. Sai. Wow, I didn't know that. So, it wasn't just for doing crafts. Father. It wasn't until the 17th century that people began making animals, flowers and other designs just for fun. Sai. So, people have been making paper cranes for hundreds of years? Father. Yes, the crane is especially important in Japanese culture. It's a symbol of peace and long life. There's even a belief that if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, you can make a wish and it will come true. Sai. 1,000 cranes? That's a lot. But it sounds like a really nice tradition. Father. It is. Origami isn't just about the final shape. It's about the process, the patience, and the creativity involved. And over the years, it spread all over the world, with people adding their own styles and techniques. Sai. I had no idea origami had such a long history. It makes folding this crane feel even more special. Father. I'm glad you think so, Sai. Perhaps we can start with something simpler next time. How about we make an origami paper boat next? It's easier, and we can float it in the stream outside. Page number 138. Sai. A boat sounds awesome. Let's do it. But first, I want to finish this crane. Can you help me with the few last steps? Father. Of course. Let's finish the crane together. After that, we'll sail our paper boat. North, south, east, west. Let us listen. Refer to page 131. You will listen to a girl speak about the story of how Agartala got its name and the importance of Agar. As you listen, choose the correct option from the questions given. Hi everyone. We all know that Agartala is the capital of Tripura. But did you know how Agartala got its name? It's made up of two words, agar, which is a type of tree, and tala, meaning underneath. So, Agartala means under the agar tree. These trees are also called aloes wood, eagle wood, or gharo wood. It is also referred to as wood of the gods. Agar wood, the wood from these trees, is really special. It smells amazing, like a mix of woody and flowery scents. It is one of the rarest and the most expensive woods in the world. People have used it for thousands of years in medicines, perfumes, and rituals. It has been described as early as 1400 BCE in the Vedas. The Egyptians are believed to have used agarwood incense as part of their rituals more than 3,000 years ago. Here's something even more remarkable. Agarwood only forms when the tree is hurt or infected with a bug or virus. Instead of dying, the tree creates this dark, sticky, sweet-smelling substance called agar oil, which protects it from further infection. Agarwood is very important to people in Agartala. It's used to make perfumes, incense, and the hand carvings which Tripura is famous for. And here, the best part. The tree was once almost extinct, but now, thanks to people taking care of it, you can find it in almost every house in northern Tripura. How great is that? Unit 3 ends here.
Poorvi, you were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of English for Grade 7. Narration Neha Beniwal. Sound Recordist Manju Kumari. Production Assistant Amarjeet Sarkar. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.